The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had the Demon Summoning App. This is part 6, and the last parts, the Izuku and everyone else in Class 1A were choosing a class rep, with Izuku actually showing some pretty good skills and became the second vice rep of Class 1A. And not only that, Izuku feeling weary about the reporters getting in was no accident, and most likely may be the cause of something else. At any rate, let's get into this. After what happened that day, Izuku began wondering what's going to happen today, as he remembers that they'll be going to a special facility for rescue training, and hopes that this bad omen that he feels is nothing. As he's walking to UA, he soon feels like somebody just jumped on his back and says, "Hey Midoriya," as he's saying, "Hey Hatsume," saying, "Oh, have you gotten used to me doing this?" As Izuku saying, "Not really, but I have been more prepared." As saying, "Oh, you're no fun." As saying, "You too, and you're not funny." After that, to just walk and talk on the way there. After that, Izuku began explaining that he won't have time to test out her babies, and says that he'll be doing rescue training after, and probably won't be back until later this afternoon. And she's feeling kind of sad, wanting to actually spend more time with Izuku, not just to test out her babies, but just to spend time with them. As she's wondering why she's feeling this way, as Izuku's saying, "Hey, if you want, we can hang out after school. I mean, I have your number, remember?" As she's saying, "Oh, that's pretty right. So, I'll catch you later." As Izuku's saying, "Yep," and waves back at her. After that, a couple of the day goes by a little bit, with Iida wanting everybody to get on the bus, and a perfect seating arrangement that he wanted. As Izuku is checking out his hero costume, being his bunny hoodie, as Ochako's saying, "Hey Deku, what's with you're checking out your hero costume?" As Izuku saying, "Yeah, Hatsume did some improvements for it after what happened during the battle training, and personally it is a lot more heavier than it used to be. I think it's because of the extra padding that you put on it." As saying, "Huh, so what kind of padding?" As after asking that, Izuku said just a couple materials, asked her to add some stuff to basically be fireproof, waterproof, electric proof, and basically everything proof in a way. Simple enough, right? As she said, "Yeah, guess so. Maybe I should update my costume." As Izuku's saying, "Nah, I think your costume suits you now." As he begins blushing and turning around, as she realized, "You really think so?" As saying, "Oh yeah, definitely." As then after, Mineta soon appears saying, "I love this school." As Izuku soon noticed this and gives a little bit of a death glare, as Mineta soon goes away, with everybody now getting on the bus, and Iida's feeling annoyed that nobody followed his seating schedule, as everyone soon wanted to talk about their quirks and how they work and all that, and who has the best chance of becoming a famous top hero. As As Kirishima says that even though his quirk is somewhat useful, it's not as flashy. So, as Izuku saying, I don't think so, Kirishima. You don't need a flashy quirk to be a good hero. If anything, I think it's the ones who don't focus on flash that become the best. As that's what Izuku's saying. That's just my point of view. That's all I'm saying. As Suyu soon says, but I think you have a better chance at becoming a hero than anyone, Midoriya. Being that you were able to summon things, as after Suyu saying this, Izuku say, "Oh, you really think so, Asui?" As she's saying, "Call me Sue." As, alright, Sue, you really think so? As, it's just some of my demons. I have a limited assortment of them anyway. As he's lying because he can basically bid and option out more if he wanted to. It's just half of them cost a little bit of money in the process. As Bakugo's saying, like anyone would want a bastard like him to be a top hero. As Kirishima says, like anyone would think that you would be a popular hero, especially as you saying that's true, given your personality and all. As Bakugo's saying, what the hell you bastards say about me? As Kaminari saying, see, we barely know you and we already can tell that your personality is like a dumpster fire. As everyone hears this, gets a little bit annoyed. As Shoto soon looks at Izuku and wonders about his quirk. If it really is tied to his phone and everything. And thinks that he could do better. And thinks maybe he's stronger than him without it. As they soon arrive to the facility that they were going to for rescue training, they're soon greeted by 13, the space hero. As Izuku was about to go, hero nerd, he soon just calmed himself down a little bit and basically just decided to just do nothing at all and just hear her out. As, however, Ochako soon begins geeking out over 13 since she is her favorite hero after all. As 13 too explains that this facility is called the USJ, that it's used for rescue training and you'll be rescuing and help people in certain zones. As after saying this, a gateway soon opens nearing the front of the USJ, as tons of people soon are coming out of it. As Kirishima asks, "Huh? I thought we were going to be doing rescue training, not battle training. What's going on?" As Aizawa soon says, 13, protect the kids. This isn't rescue. This isn't training anymore. As a man with hands soon comes out, alongside a man with, a beak and brains coming out of his head. As the man with the hand says, "Children of UA's Class 1A, we are the League of Villains, and we have come to kill All Might." As Izuku hears saying, "Kill All Might?" As he may despise All Might, but realize that the world still does need him in this false hero society that he's built, and thinks that's not going to happen. As he soon walks forward, as 13 says, "Wait, Midoriya, you can't go any further," as he's saying, "Don't get in my way, 13. As he brings out his phone and summons Cullen. As the man in white with the bright spear and blue hair soon appears. He asks his tamer, "What will you ask me to do, master?" As saying, "Take out the villains. Give it everything you got. I'll be down shortly." As saying, "Understood." As he soon brings down Cullen, as many of the villains that are already taken down by Eraserhead began being taken down by Cullen as well. As Aizawa soon says, "You're You're one of Midoriya's creatures. What are you? As saying, do not fear, Mr. Aizawa, Eraserhead. I am here on behest of my master. So, his enemies are mine. As a villain began rushing at Kukulin, he soon hit him with his spear without killing him as well, but still sending him flying. As Shigaraki sees this, says, well, that's going to be annoying. I guess we'll just have to take care of him now. While Izuku was basically walking down the steps, he soon noticed that that Kurogiri was about to teleport him and everyone else in Class 1A to different zones. As soon after, he summoned Moshava to take Iida, and gave her a message to tell Iida, saying that, Iida Tenya, my master has told me that to save you. The reason being, you are the fastest of Class 1A. Using your engine quirk, get to the campus and tell the teachers what is going on here. You are the only person that he can trust with this task. As Iida hears this and says, of course, I will do this. My classmate, my friend has entrusted me, and I won't let them down. As Moshava takes him to the entrance and drops Iida, where he runs as fast as he can to warn the teachers on what's going on. As for Izuku, he soon arrives in the Shipwreck zone just like he did before, as he realized that he can't connect to Kukulin now, that he's now out of range. As he lands on the ship before dropping into the water. At that, a villain was about to jump out of the water to drag Izuku into the water. However, Sue soon stops this and helps Izuku up on the ship with Mineta as well. As Izuku saying, thanks, Sue, I appreciate it. As he's saying, you alright too, Mineta? As still saying, yeah, I'm fine. But what are we gonna do here? What's going on? As Izuku realized that he can cancel the command to bring back his demons. He does for Moshava, however, he doesn't do it for Kukulin, realizing that he's most likely still fighting at the entrance. During this time, he begins fusing a couple of his demons, and the new demon he fuses to get is Berserker. As while saying this, Izuku soon got out of his little world saying, oh, what's going on? As Suyu says, I was asking, why don't we explain what our quirks can do so we can find a way to get out of this situation? As Izuku saying, alright, good idea. My quirk allows me to summon things. I can summon things, but however, it's easier to do with my phone than do in person. If I do in person, I won't be able to summon anything, or if I do, it could cause harm to me. As that's what he said. That's just the excuse that he gives to certain people why he needs his phone all the time. As Sue begins explaining her quirk, she has all the characteristics of a frog, as Mineta soon explains his quirk being balls that can stick to basically anything except himself, because he'll just bounce off them. As Izuku says, not gonna lie, your quirk is useless, Mineta. As he soon begins crying, saying, I know that! Well, you don't have to tell me now! As Sue saying, Midoriya, I don't think you needed to be that blunt with him. As Izuku saying, hey, I was just being honest. It's pretty useless in a situation like this. That's all I'm saying. As Sue saying, I know, but it's still. After that, Izuku saying, don't worry, I got the perfect situation for this. While basically saying this, he soon brings back a couple of demons that he already fused, that being Moshava and Bao Shu Han as well. as he soon summons Mo Shava and tells her to get Suyu and Mineta out of the area, away from the water villains, and out of this zone entirely, and get him to the entrance. As she's saying, "It would be my pleasure, master." As she grabs both of them, and soon Suyu saying, "But Midoriya, what about you? You'll be stuck here." As Izuku saying, "Don't worry, I got this. Don't need to worry about me. Just go." After that, he soon brings out Kukulin and saying, "Sorry, Mr. Aizawa. I know you can handle yourself without my main demon being there, but I got it. But I need to save myself before I can help you out again." After that, he brings back Kukulin to his phone and decides to bring out Bao Shuha and realize and seeing seeing if Mo Shuha made it close to the entrance and realize good. So now brings her back and brings out Jack Frost as he tells his demons that he wants them to create a giant ice raft onto the water surface, and any demons that come up to them, freeze them or beat the living daylights out of them, their choice. As Bao Shuhan says, "It would be my pleasure, my precious Izuku," as Jack Frost basically gives a salute and nods, with them creating an ice raft below the ship, sturdy enough to allow Izuku to step on it without him slipping off. After that, a couple of villains begin popping out of the water and rush at Izuku. One tries to jump in the air to hit him, as Bao Shuhan basically used her scarf to knock him back and says, "Not a chance." With another one going for Izuku, with Jack Frost freezing him, and Izuku basically grabbing the villain's head and throwing him back into the water, as realizing, now, I guess it's time to get going, with Bao Shuhan pushing the raft all the way to the shore of the Shipwreck zone, with Jack Frost freezing and basically knocking back all the other villains that attack, with a couple of the villains smart enough not to attack, basically just sitting on the sidelines watching their comrades basically being beaten by a little snowman demon. As they say, "This can't be real. This is impossible. Is it?" As Izuku is just sitting on the ice raft saying, "This is way too easy than expected," as he finally makes it to the end of the shipwreck zone and sees that he's close to the entrance. After that, he returns both his demons and runs as fast as he can to the entrance, where he sees Aizawa struggling to fight against a couple of the villains. However, his arms are not broken yet. The reason being, Kukulin helping out him take out a couple of the villains, and also before Aizawa was attacked, arm was decayed by Shigaraki. Kukulin defended Aizawa from Nomu's attack before Shigaraki could decay his arm. And after that, Kukulin was returned back to Izuku's phone, with Izuku glad that Aizawa isn't hurt yet, but realized that he most likely might have dry eye, and decides to bring out his main demon and his newest demon, Berserker, with him saying, "Boys, time to go to work." With Kukulin teleporting next to Aizawa, knocking back a couple more demons, and Berserker running all the way to where a couple villains are, as he began slashing away at them. Basically, a couple of them did dying from him. As Izuku said, shit, I forgot. He's still new. He doesn't know, he doesn't listen to me, he doesn't know I didn't want them killed yet. As Kukulin saying, don't worry, master, I'll talk to him later. As he begins knocking back a couple more villains. As Shigaraki saying, damn it, I thought that guy was gone. Why is he returned? As Kurogiri begins saying, Tamers, Shigaraki, do you think it's time to use the Nomu to take them down? The first time that he tried to attack, that Nomu attacked the man in white, his attack barely did anything. As Shigaraki said, I know. However, what about the new guy? I bet he has no chance against Nomu. As Shigaraki says, Nomu, kill the one with the sword and the animal pelt across his back. As the Nomu rushes at Berserker and was about to punch him, Berserker basically cut off his arm and blood began spilling from the arm. As Berserker saying, you will not hurt me. Die, fool. And stabbed the Nomu right through the chest. As Shigaraki saying, like that's gonna help. Nomu has regeneration, as a regeneration quirk, and shock absorption. As Izuku says, so he has shock absorption? But not shock nullification. That would be a pretty good skill to take. As Shigaraki soon realized that Izuku was right behind him and says, what the? As Izuku says, sup, and kicks Shigaraki right through the gut, not sending him rolling, but not sending him flying though. As he's saying, that you little brat, you'll pay for that. As Izuku saying, like that's gonna happen. And then shoots a fire blast right at Shigaraki, saying, what? How are you? Just shut up and die already. And as Kurogiri sends a firewall, basically creates a warp gate in front of Shigaraki, sending the fire right back at Izuku. As Izuku, before the fire hit, Izuku added fire nullification to his skills, and the fire doesn't do anything to him. As he's saying, is that all you got? Come on. This is going to be easy to take you guys down. As he increases the fire, as he increases his fire attack even more and more. As Shigaraki's saying, this kid, what the hell is he? He's a monster! As soon after, Shigaraki calls out, Nomu, come back here and kill this kid now! As that, Izuku keeps on walking, as Shigaraki screams out, Nomu! Where? As he soon looks at where the Nomu is fighting against Berserker, as he realizes that he's nothing but dead on the floor, as Kukullin's spear has ran through the Nomu, as blood soon comes out as Kukulin removes his spear from the Nomu's body. As Kukulin says, Master, the threat has been detained. As Berserker says, enemy killed. Who's next? As Izuku says, great, good job, guys. As for now, Izuku's saying, it's time to end this false charade of attack. I mean, seriously, you really think that thing was strong enough to kill All Might? Please. Kukulin and Berserker are basically two All Mights rolled in one. There was no chance that thing was able to beat me. And the worst part is, you had that thing, I can tell that thing had multiple quirks. Regeneration, super strength, speed, and shock absorption. But that was your one problem. You went with shock absorption, not shock nullification. Please, everything has a limit in this world. However, me and my summons don't. As Shigaraki says, damn it, you little bastard of a brat! I'm gonna kill you! As Izuku saying, you can try, but you won't succeed. As Quirk, after this, All Might soon appears, as he's saying, never fear, because I am here. With him not smiling. After that, soon, also, the teachers arrive a lot sooner than All Might as well, alongside All Might as well, with the police too, thanks to Izuku's tip on what happened yesterday, because the police were investigating what happened at the gate and realized that a villain, it might have been the work of a villain, and was near UA before and would arrive before things could have escalated any further, with Shigaraki realizing that the League of Villains are surrounded and says, damn it, I guess it really is game over now. Kurogiri, let's go. As he's saying, yes, Tomura Shigaraki. As Izuku saying, you're not going anywhere, Kukulin, Berserker! As Kukulin teleports near Izuku and rushes at Shigaraki, with Berserker running as fast as he can to Shigaraki and Kurogiri. But before they could reach them, they were already gone. As Izuku says, damn it. Guess you can't win everything. As soon after, Bakugo and Shoto alongside Kirishima soon arrive, and they begin saying, what the hell? What happened here? As soon after, Aizawa walks up to Izuku and says, Midoriya, what the heck happened? How did you? As he's saying, these are my summons after all. I got nothing to worry about. It's a good thing Kukulin was here to help you out a little bit. As he soon pats him on the shoulder, saying, thanks, Teach. I couldn't have done it without you. As he soon walks up to the entrance, as he asks his classmates, you guys okay? And soon after they saying, we're fine. Thanks, Midoriya. As he soon walks up to Sue and Mineta saying, you guys okay too? As Sue saying, we're fine. Thank you, Midoriya. As Mineta also saying, thanks, Midoriya. You took care of those villains like they were nothing. You were awesome. As Suki saying, thanks. Thanks, Mineta. Even though you were useless, I appreciate that. I appreciate you complimenting me. As Mineta say, you don't have to say that. After that, All Might soon appeared, was right behind Izuku as he says, young Midoriya, is it true what you did to that villain down there? As Izuku saying, oh, you mean that Nomu thing? As All Might saying, do you have any idea what you've done? You've killed, as Izuku says, I don't think that thing was human anymore. As All Might saying, not human? That thing had multiple quirks. It had regeneration, super strength, speed, shock absorption. The dude with the hands said it all. And to be honest, if it looks like that, if a person with multiple quirks look like that, they're far from a human being anymore. And plus, that thing was here to kill us. I was just doing to protect my fellow classmates. Nothing more, nothing less. And if anything, I'll tell the police my statement. But to be honest, I think we should wonder how the League of Villains knew about this to begin with. As Izuku walks off, and begins talking to the police. All Might soon as he's so much different from the boy that he once was. The quirkless kid that was so nervous about everything. What has happened to this young man? And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And please like and subscribe, which helps out my channel. And also, ahead of time, do you guys think that Izuku should be with Hatsume or not? Tell me guys in the comments below, because I feel like these two would be perfect together in this what if. But with that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later.